Hello and welcome to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin. We're here on Larrakia country. It's round 10 and it's a rematch we've been looking forward to. The Darwin Buffaloes take on St Mary's. Your commentary team today are Nick O'Reilly, Ricky Nolan and Nev McEwen.
Hello, Nev. Thanks for having us. Rick, good to see you, my friend. We're just speaking. We're looking for what should be an absolute rip snorter.
Yeah, it should be. Last time these two teams met, Buffaloes blew Saints out of the water. So, yeah, just with their speed, it's one of the best I've seen Buffaloes play for a while. So it is going to be a very, very good game.
Here we go, about to get things underway at TIO Stadium. Ball gets thrown up in the air. Big Sauce Smith wins that tap down. Mike Coombs for the Buffs puts it inside, attacking 50. St Mary's getting numbers back down there, and it was pushed over the line there by Matty Wilkinson, and we'll get a throw in.
Yeah, good start. Mikey Coombs, up a premiership player at the St Mary's Footy Club, getting the first clearance of the game. So, yeah, he'll be fired up against his old club.
Absolutely. Ball thrown back in. Smith wins that tap down too easy on that occasion. Collinson just goes off the deck. Ishmael Palmer gets shoved out. Umpire says play on. He's Lant. There's a quite dangerous kick, and Matty Campbell swallows it. Tyler Saunders throws him to the ground. Oh, geez, there's a bit going on early. It should be 50.
Yeah, probably a bit unlucky, Buffs, not to get 50 there. But Saunders, Matty Campbell, what a matchup that will be. That will be really good to watch that.
Jalen Clark giving Tyler a bit of a mouthful. I actually can't believe that's not 50, Rick. He's clearly slung him to the ground after he took the grab.
I'm with you there. I thought it was 50, but this bloke doesn't miss too many, so hopefully he doesn't need the advantage.
No, he doesn't. Matty Campbell rolling with 21 this week. Usually he's 33 from memory, Rick.
Yeah. What he wore at North Melbourne.
There he goes. It's just shy of the goals and through for a minor.
That 50 might have been handy.
He kicked 4 goals last week. Can he do the same today?
He looks on, although that's a bit of a shank, but it'll work. It was Charlie Furphy. So Charlie Furphy at right half back just pops it over the top to Yaron. He takes a mark. Looking to control things here, St Mary. And that kick is still in. Keeps it in. The big fella, Grenfell, goes on the right, long down the line. Edwards in prime position, goes over his head. Calder, there's a foot race. It's Bo Tedcastle to the boundary on the right. Not a bad dob at goal, but across the face. And, well, out of bounds.
Yeah, would have loved to see that go to the bit more to the top of the square. Really easy to defend those kicks that land about 1 metre out. Andrew Wills, former Geelong superstar, St Mary's assistant coach.
So Buffaloes won by 39 points the last time they met in round 6.
So Grenfell just goes off the deck. Tedcastle gets held on to. Umpire says no worries. Max Kennedy gets a nice handball away. They're away from half back. He's Stokes. He was missed last week. He's got the fastest wheels in the comp. Goes with a dangerous ball inside, but it'll work.
Good coaching, Saints. I reckon they're sitting Lant on Stokes. You just can't let Stokes run free.
Here's Coombs. Yaron with numbers around him. And dangerous kick. Here's Jake Long. Gets tackled. It's a handball away. Yaron tries to paddle out, but totally misses everything. Goes again. Lance on the left. Good looking kick up to full forward. He's Jackson Calder, the big rig. Have a look at him. It's hard to drag that man down. But I think that was Maxi Kennedy. Down. No, Pendlebury.
Kennedy's been... no, it's Pendlebury. Yeah, Kennedy, he's been a very good player for Buffs the last 2 weeks. So I hope he keeps the form up.
Grenfell out of the ruck. Touched off the boot. No, it was touched. Umpire called it early.
Good work by the big fella. Got rid of him. Grabbed the footy.
You know much about him, Rick?
Yeah, he played for Cooperoo in the QAFL last year under Barry O'Brien, who's probably one of the greatest midfielders St Mary's ever had. So, yeah, Barry O'Brien sent him up, and what a superstar he was for Saints.
Pendlebury on the left. Spore coming over top there from Jake Long. A bit of a scrap on. It was Nick Loudon getting wrapped up there. And we'll have a ball up right in front of the commentary box. Chris Atkinson and Big Sauce do battle. Sauce wins that one. And straight over the line, and we'll do it all again.
You know how I love my weather reports around here, guys? Currently top of 30 degrees and 90% chance of rain and 73% humidity. Ricky, how would you describe those conditions for the players?
Hot. There's a cloud cover, so that's... the cloud cover, it's not bad, and I don't think it'll rain. So.
Atkinson winning that one down. Max Kennedy just gets over to Hagan.
Hagan's 2 or 3 games in from his suspension, so I reckon he could be in for a big game, Hagan.
So Hagan goes with the hands. Mikey Coombs gets it back. Nearly gets run down in the end. Stokes. Good defending punch over the line there from Lance, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
I reckon that Lance Stokes, Lance being St Mary's best player, they reckon if they would do the best and fairest right now, he'd win the BNF. Stokes is close to the best player in the competition, so that is a mouth-watering matchup.
So Smith wins that tap down again. Foster with the hands. Clark gets wrapped up straight away. Lockie McKenzie back to Foster. They're away now. Kennedy puts it on the right, top of the square sort of action. Foster just out of his reach.
Well done, Wilkinson. Outstanding there.
And now they're away here. And it's James Quinn. He's a quick little unit too if he can just get it. He gets run down from behind. Umpire says play on.
First grab the footy.
Walters. He's copped a free kick here, Walters. So Walters wheels around on the right.
Well done,
got
Sauce.
Smith out by himself.
Standing to have a ruckman go forward like that. Fairly good kick by Walters as well.
Do we like Smith from here?
Yeah, I reckon he's not a bad kick of the footy. So I think this is Walters' first game, I think, for St Mary's from Williamstown in the VFL.
Some handy units running around today.
Two things I'll back here. One, Ryan Smith to kick a goal, and two, he'll give a bit of energy on his celebration.
Bit of over-celebrating. I don't mind it. Let's hope he dobs it, the great man.
It's terrible.
And he's jagged that one left. So through for a behind.
Commentator curse again.
Yeah, that was on you then, Rick. Obviously, he's Jalen Clark, right pocket.
Candy.
He's selling some candy. No, it didn't really pay off in the end either.
I'll give it back. I'll get a refund on that candy.
Xavier Grant gets run down. Clark, you can do it again. Some sneaky hands out wide. Just misses a target, though. So here's Edwards. That's a nice kick inside attacking 50 through Sauce's hands. McKenzie there. Here's little Lloyd Raymond. So Nate Paredes winds around. Oh, nice spoil last minute from Paulie Campbell. Quick snap out of the pack and through for a behind.
And Jeremy Goddard with that quick snap from Melbourne Grammar.
Mikey Coombs having a well-earned rest. He looks bloody cooked already.
Yeah, he got a few early touches, didn't he?
He's working overtime. Here's Tom Clark, left pocket, Stokes.
That's where Saints want Stokes to be getting the footy, I reckon, in the back half of the oval. It's got a good mo going on Stokes as well.
And it's pretty dirty. Here's Stokes plays on. When you got wheels like that, why wouldn't you? Goes out wide. McKenzie just misses him and over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Ricky, I know you're not expecting it to rain, but if it did rain, which team does it favour?
I reckon Saints probably the bigger bodied side. And last time they played, Buffalo just controlled the footy by foot and just forced Buffs to defend wide in that game. So I reckon it would favour St Mary's, I think.
So on the outer side, ball thrown back in. Grenfell, McKenzie do battle. So Grenfell won that one down. Clark, quick kick out wide. Here's Lance. He's been busy early. So Saints away now. The kick up to half forward. Jake Long just out of his hands. Here's Paredes. That's a nice little chipper over the top to Grenfell. And he might go back and have a shot.
From Chichura in the Goulburn Valley, and then COVID hit and he jumped over the border and played for Cooperoo in the QAFL, and I believe he's going back to play for Cooperoo. As I said, coached by Barry O'Brien, one of the all-time great midfielders for the St Mary's Footy Club.
Shannon Rioli just on screen there. It's good to see him back. Here's Grenfell, meanwhile, with the kick, and he's absolutely nailed that one and opens the account for St Mary's. 10 minutes in to the first quarter.
Yeah, good kick by the big fella. Didn't watch the Saints last week, but they reckon he was pretty impressive in the wet. Grabbed the ball out of the ruck a lot and just kept getting the ball forward in the wet out there at Districts. But that was a great kick.
I was at St Mary's training session the other day, and apparently they were giving Granfield a lot of stick about finding love in Darwin.
There we go.
Oh.
It's a place to find it.
Yeah, apparently if you go out night clubbing.
Well, not that I would know anything about that, Nev.
No, you wouldn't, Nick. I know we had to drag you out of there before we came on air.
Don't mind hitting Mitchell Street. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the footy, umpire throws that one up. Smith wins that tap down. Straight to Mackenzie, though. Clark gets taken high. Umpire says play on. They're away out of the middle through Paredes. The kick. It's a good one in the Edwards direction, although Jalen Clark got a nice spoil on. Oh, it's a nice tackle from Edwards. Should have been rewarded there in the end. Here's Clark under pressure. Doing well here, St Mary's, just to hold it in. Jalen Clark almost gets away, but Grenfell there to mop up things for St Mary's. Here's Yaron. Nice footwork from that man. The kick, deep in attacking 50, called, or at the back flies, and it's a good mark. Hard up against the boundary line. He's got options inboard if he wants, but he just ignores that. That was a good mark, Rick.
Very good mark. Jackson Calder from the Mornington Football Club. Usually averages around 60 goals a game in that very good competition, so he knows how to kick a goal, as you can see right there.
Does so. St Mary's away to a great start here, getting the first two. 10.5 into the first quarter.
Coached at Mornington by a guy by the name of Simon Goosey, who kicked 2,000 goals for Mornington.
2,000.
So certainly you got a good coach that'll teach him how to kick goals. So. Good foot candy there by Nick Yaron. This is a very good contested grab. Well done, Jackson.
And his hero is Nathan Buckley.
Yeah.
Good old territory connection there coming through.
He's a great man, Bucks. Absolute ripper. Never met him, but
I'm sure he's heard of you and Mitchell Street, how you guys go hand in hand.
Yes. Yes, we love that. Meanwhile, back in the middle, Sauce and Atkinson. Sauce wins that one down, Big Sauce Smith. Out wide, but it's all, here's Mikey Coombs. It's a quick kick away. Here's Stokes and Yaron in a foot race, so I don't mind that. Though Kennedy gets to it first. Stokes is going to get it back here. That is a disgusting moustache. I'm loving it. As we have a quick zoom in. Here's Matty Campbell. Tyler Saunders hot on his hammer. Being held onto a bit, but umpire says no problems, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
This seemed to be slightly on top, Saints. So I reckon that desperately need a goal here.
Now, what can they conjure up here from this stoppage?
We'll be watching Jared Stokes pretty closely here.
We'll throw back in. Smith, that's a nice tap down. Lance just puts that straight over the boundary line. Could be pinged for deliberate here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good extremely good umpiring.
He's got that kick, young Hagan. Anyway, I don't mind him from here, Rick.
Yeah.
Here he goes. He plays on the right. Cross the face. Still in. Meanwhile. And that one's rushed through for a behind. So Lucas Jellyman Turner. LJT, if you don't mind. The long kick. Atkinson gets into Sauce's back. Umpire says play on, and that one's over the line. We'll have a boundary throw.
Yeah, Jellyman Turner signed to play with the Broadbeach Footy Club during the week, and will play in the Queensland, the QAFL next
My brother-in-law just signed with the Burleigh Bombers.
Burleigh Bombers. I think that might be a couple of divisions under that, I think.
Yeah, there you go. The old Burleigh Bombers. Atkinson, nice work from him. Armat, ball smothered by Paredes. Here is Paredes again, goes off the deck. Ted Castle paddles it forward. Here they go. Now, nice smother. Although it's Charlie Furphy with a quick kick in, attacking 50. Nice mark, well read from Jalen Clark. Looks like he's sitting on Sean Edwards at every contest there, Rick.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Tim Aldridge. He's got the not so fast moving Atkinson out by his own.
Ended up doing well, Chris Atkins.
So the kick comes up to half forward. He's Foster. Like him closer to goal, Rick.
Yeah, I agree. Since Matty Campbell's come back, Campbell's gone to the goal square more. I agree with you, Nick. I don't mind him out of the goal square. I'd like him to maybe change that up a little bit more often than what they do.
So here we go. Umpire throwing that one in, and it's an absolute rip snorter from that young man. So Smith gets tackled. Hagan, some nice footwork from that man.
Oh.
Goes on the right. It works. Umpire says play on. Kennedy gets a handball out. He's got Mike Coombs out wide. Wilkinson chops that one off. Back into Mikey Coombs' hand. Foster with the tackle. And the free kick's coming back. Advantage paid for Reedies. On the outer wing. A bit of holding going on there. So Max Kennedy on the left. It's a good, dangerous looking kick. Tyler Saunders backs himself. Runs into Stokes. A quick kick comes out of the pack, but it's across the face. Over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
It was a dangerous sitting up in the dangerous area there, but Saints had really good starting points. All of them were in front of their men. Tyler Saunders come through and cut that off. Need to score buffs here. No concrete feet. They've got to be on the move.
Atkinson wins that tap down. Bodies flying around everywhere. Jack Long to Lant. They're away here. Nice handball over the top. Young Lloyd Raymond. It's into a bit of space. It's a nice kick up to half forward. There's a bit going on off the ball here. Down the other end of the ground. And bodies flying everywhere.
So it's a 50 to Saints.
Looks like Matty Campbell and a few of the other boys into it. Rick, I'll get you to watch that one. Meanwhile, I'll be down this other end. So Bo Tedcastle's got the 50.
I think Matty Campbell and Jollyman Turner organising where they might meet up later on tonight.
Possibly the Monsoons car park, because we just see a bit of lightning in the background. Bo Tedcastle, young fella, impressive young man he is. On the approach, will kick from about 48. It's nice off the boot. It's just gone left, though.
It's leant backwards on that one.
What are you supposed to do in that situation, Rick?
Lean it forwards.
Drop it like a?
Rocket.
That's right. Here's Pendlebury. Right back pocket. He's held up on the mark. Shannon Rioli. Good to see him back in the side, Rick.
Yeah, he played pretty well last week from all reports. And a couple of games in the Div 1. Anthony Velojo made him earn his spot.
Is that a good thing?
A real good thing, in my opinion.
Mike Coombs.
Every player, not just Shannon Rioli, I'm talking about every player, must earn the right to wear the St Mary's jumper.
So a dangerous kick. Big Smith's there to chop it off. Gets held on to by McKenzie. He's going to get the free kick. G. Stokes was away then too. I think that was a bit of thunder in the effects, Mike.
So it wasn't your tummy?
No, I am hungry though. Here's Grenfell.
No, they got called a 1v1.
Get it in there quick.
And Shannon Rioli got into some space.
Yeah, Shannon Rioli, he had Bo Tedcastle and Calder. He just goes with a snap around the body. Jackson Calder in prime position. Hits a post.
And the rain's coming down.
It is.
Not a big fan of the kick around the corner. Kick like that when Shannon's one of the best drop punt kicks that you can see. I would have loved him to have gone back and kicked a drop punt there.
Here's Loudon. Finds Xavier Grant. Dangerous kick over the top. The mark taken, not play on.
Daly Andrews.
Andrews, the kick, that's a ripping kick off the boot. And Daly Andrews, if you don't mind, opens his account for the day.
Yeah, Daly Andrews from Williamstown in the VFL. When COVID hit, he quickly got over the border and played for West Adelaide. Absolute gun is what I've heard. Very, very good footballer. See him there on screen. I'm hearing he's going back to play for the South Adelaide next year.
And he's only been in Darwin for 3 weeks, and he reckons he's still getting used to all the running that you do in the heat here, but he's obviously adapted quite well just then.
I think he's living with Kieran Parnell's parents, if I'm led to believe correctly.
You're usually right with your mail, Rick. I'll back that in.
Usually, yeah.
So a feisty start here at TIO.
Saints have been picked up for the 666. That's their first warning. Can't make another mistake.
What happens if they do?
I think the Buffaloes ruckman gets the free kick if they're not in position.
A nice tap down coming from Grenfell. Here's Furphy. Nice hands over the top. Grenfell. He's on fire. Kick going inside 50. Ryan Pendlebury there to mop things up for the Buffs. He's Jalen Clark. He's been busy today as well. Mackenzie. Like to call his name a bit more once he gets into the game. Dropped mark over the top there from Sean Foster.
Can't drop those.
Ball getting a bit slippery, I'd say. Foster lays a high tackle on Jacob Long. So on the outer wing. Bit of a shank.
Wow.
Mackenzie comes across towards the middle of the ground. Xavier Grant coughed up the last goal for the Buffs.
Sausage.
And this is some similar work happening here. He's got Calder out in space, heads there, and he swallows it.
Just Calder's work rate there. And the moment that Ryan Smith took that mark, Calder just went to space. It was really good gut running. Yeah, horrendous turnover by Buffaloes. And Jackson Calder will line up for his second goal. The man they call the champ. I think he's the champ of Wisdom nightclub. I think he enjoys his time there.
Jackson Calder, I have seen him in there a bit, Rick, and he gets his second. He'll be celebrating at Wizzies tonight. The big boy.
21 minutes played in the first quarter. St Mary's 4-5, 29 to Darwin Buffaloes 2. So a 27-point game so far.
He's a ripper, Jackson Calder. He got dropped about a month ago, but he's not a Generation Y sook. He just went back there, played well, and is back in the team. I rate him very, very highly.
It's not a Gen Y sook, Nev. It's not a sook.
I don't know if I want to ask for a clarification on that, and please elaborate.
No,
that
we'll
might
put
get
that
him
to
into
bed.
hot water.
Clarification is there's plenty of them out there.
But what makes them a sook? That's what I want to know. But hey, that might be for off.
When they think that it's their given right to play senior football, and when they're not playing well, and Jackson Calder would be the first person to say, yes, I wasn't playing well. He went back there with his head held high, played well, and got back in the seniors. So that's my definition of a Generation Y sook.
Love that from you, Rick. You get some real good insight with you, don't you? How'd your girls go today too? You play today?
Play tomorrow.
Who do you play?
Palmerston.
Pints women. You're on top of the ladder too, I saw this week. Off to a blinder. Meanwhile, St Mary's, Yaron goes off the deck. Clark for the Buffs, gets it forward. They really need a goal here. A bit of a Falcon sort of action there from Furphy. Got to take those ones. Foster. It's boots the ball, kicks it to himself, Gaelic footy style. And this one's on the deck. And works out now. Furphy gets tackled. Could have been pinged.
Could have been.
Clark. Here's Jake Long out in space. Nice clean hands. Good pick up. It's a good kick too in the Smith direction. Just gets worked out of it by Pendlebury. It's a nice, dangerous handball coming over from Ted Castle, but Pendlebury mopping things up again for the Buffs. Here's Stokes. It's a good kick in the Kennedy direction, although they're chopped off in the end. Quinn. And that one's so over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
23-minute mark. It wouldn't be probably another minute maybe.
Disappointing start by the Buffs.
Yeah. Saints have got a few out, but they've still got their big guns, haven't they? They've still got the big guns playing. So
the ball thrown back in. Mackenzie wins that one down, but Grenfell gets his work done. Edwards just overruns it. Might get it back. Rioli. That's nice. He's Calder out in space. Oh. Yeah, had his arms dragged down every day of the week.
Nearly a mark as well, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Will Clark there doing the defending for the Buffs. So Jackson Calder is lining up for goal number 3.
Do you like his chances?
Yep, I'll back him in. Looking Mackenzie having a well-earned break. as Chris Atkinson comes back on. So Calder for his third. Kick on the way. He's not bad off the boot, but just right. Through for a behind.
You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season. 1 quarter down and St Mary's lead the Buffs by 28 points. We've got more NTFL action after this short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me down.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
Come in and see us.
still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Coming to you from TIO Stadium in Darwin, you're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL season. Kind of caught us by surprise, but I guess the Buffs also have been caught by surprise so far in the first quarter. St Mary's
Nev.
lead by 28 points with some light rain.
Love that from you, Nev. That was fantastic. They have been caught by surprise. You're right.
Just
in the
like
middle.
us right now.
Second quarter action about to get underway. Smith winning that tap down. Here's Mikey Coombs and Paredes. Two balls going at it. They stack on. On again. Nick Aaron and Coombs going toe to toe. Bit of jumper punch action sort of going on. Here's Paredes with the kick.
Two players that played in the premiership together.
Right. At half forward now. Bo Ted Castle goes off the deck. Has Calderette in space. Dismisses him. Pendlebury. That'll work. Kennedy, the quick kick up in the air. Coombs stands under it. Oh, good contest there from that man. Mikey Coombs following up with a nice tackle. And here they go. They're away. Hagan, good footwork from that man. About to get run down, though. Jack Long puts a bump on Collinson. That's a bullet-like kick in the Campbell direction.
Move the ball well, and that's what they need, their prime movers to get into the game. Hagan, Mikey Coombs throwing a bit of weight around early. Stokes, just these big names. Campbell, the big superstars of the Buffalo Footy Club. They need them to get involved, which they did in that passage of play.
So Matty Campbell to open the account for the Buffs. Get them back underway on the left. Nice off the boot. Through for a sausage. And the Buffs get there first.
Much needed goal to the Buffaloes. 8 Buffaloes to St Mary's 30. So 22 points of difference with only a minute and a bit played in the second quarter.
Yeah, they move the ball. As I said, they're big guns. As I said, there, Hagan, Stokes is there. Joey Collinson, awesome with his deadly left foot. And it's Matty Campbell. Not much Tyler Saunders can do when the ball is moving through the middle that quick. And Joey Collinson kicks a worm burner.
And Matty Campbell also brings up his 17th goal for the season.
Well done, Matty. Back on the way. Here's Smith winning the tap down. Max Kennedy, nice hands. Atkinson quickly out of the centre. Foster flies just out of reach for him. Hagan just scoops it underneath his legs.
Look out.
Stokes gets back on the right, goes with the handball over to Foster. And, some training drill sort of action there for the Buffs. And Foster gets his first.
Yeah, Stokes is too good to, if you give him a metre, he's going to absolutely make you hurt in that situation. So just really, if he goes forward, they've really got to sit on him. But you'll see here in the replay, you give him, well done by Chris Atkinson to get that ball forward. But you see, if you give this bloke that much space, he will make you hurt.
Some sharp footwork from Stokes there.
Yeah, Foster been a great pickup for Buffs this year.
I'm excited. We've got a game on our hands.
We're back.
I thought Buffs, there was too much talent in their team for St Mary's to win that comfortably. So, yes, hopefully we've got a game on our hands.
Smith wins that tap down. Paredes goes off the deck, swallowed by Grant. Umpire says play on, not 15. Kennedy up to half forward. Hagan in pursuit. Over there. Here's Lant, Stokes. And that one's out of bounds. And
But please pay it.
No.
If I was Anthony Veloja, I would probably send a message out for the defenders that are on Hagan and Stokes, and let's just buckle down for 5 minutes. Pretty dangerous players, and they're looking a little bit lively at the moment.
Umpire throws the ball back in. Smith, he's been quite dominant in the ruck today. Paredes quickly. A quick kick. Grenfell stands under it. Jacob Long, front and centre action from him. That's a good kick. Oh, big bump coming from Pendlebury. No ball back on the deck. Armat with quick hands out the back. Nicky Aaron doing some tackling there on Loudon. The ball pops out now. Buffs are away. Oh, nice tackle. Advantage paid. Jacob Long takes that.
Oh, you want to kick a goal
Yeah.
and take the advantage, wouldn't you?
You would.
Ricky, you were saying Coach Verlager what he would have said. What do you think Stokes would have said at quarter time to his boys?
Get your hands on the footy. Just none of their prime movers are in the game. So I reckon that would be the message that I would have sent out. I think I heard from Mark Breed, long-time Saints supporters, it's absolutely pouring in Palmerston at the moment. So could be a bit of rain on the way.
Campbell with a nice kick. Finds Loudon. Comes inboard. Hagan drops that. Nearly has his head absolutely ripped off. Gets a handball away though somehow. A very tricky player. Hagan. Clark with a nice tackle on Long. Here's Max Kennedy. Oh, big block coming on Matricardi there. Jacob Long goes to Rioli. I like calling those names together. Rioli on the right. Loving the Saints crowd. Loving that one. Winding Jalen Clark up. And that one's gone over the line. Love a boundary throw in.
Ricky loves those boundary throw-ins.
Can't wait to read Rick's new book, Boundary Lines, They Stink. It's coming out in all good bookstores next year. Look out for that one.
I like boundary throws. You just got to pay deliberate more, I reckon.
Ricky, these two teams played in round 6 only just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you know the reason why they're playing again?
No, it's a bit odd. You'd usually play each other every 7 weeks, but I know the NTFL has been a big thing on making sure that all that club, like the St Mary's, have played Buffaloes the whole day. So, that's on the women's side and the men's side from under 10s onwards. So, I'd say it's got something to do with trying to line that up.
So, the kick coming from Paredes is just jagged left.
We'll give the NTFL a bit of a rap. Everyone seems to get into them, but this is coming from a lot of club presidents that have said to me they're absolutely wrapped with the draw that the NTFL have done this year, that everyone plays everyone on the same day and against the same teams. In the past, you could play your club. If you got 10 teams, you could play 6 different clubs. It was pretty much ridiculous. At the moment, it's really volunteer-friendly, and well done to the NTFL. Everyone bags them, but they need to be given a rap now and then when they do good work. Shannon a little bit slow and ginger getting on his feet.
So Shani Rioli is asked to play on now. Just goes off the one step.
Too wide.
In attacking 50. It's a good mark by young Bowie Tedcastle.
He's so young.
I'd love to go a little bit more direct there with a kick.
So Bowie Tedcastle right up hard against the boundary line. Up against the fence, actually.
He's only just finished year 11. That's how young he is.
He is a young man indeed. Bo Tedcastle.
I've got a feeling he should be in year 10 though. I think he started school early, so that's how young he is.
From 48 out. It's not bad off the boot. It has absolutely sailed through.
Maybe Shannon Rioli should kick to the pocket.
From Bo Tedcastle.
Too deadly. The young man from Emu Point out Daly Riverway just got that goal. And as I was saying, Nick, he finished year 11, going to boarding school next year to St Pat's in Ballarat, and he's going to repeat year 11 because he has his eye on an AFL career.
Right. Well, he's got plenty of talent.
St Pat's, the same pathway as Daniel Rioli. It's the pathway he took to the AFL. Very, very successful AFL school, St Pat's.
There wouldn't be too many like it. I'd say St Pat's and St Joey's down in Geelong. Rick?
Yeah, very similar. Scotch College is another one where Cyril went. Melbourne Grammar, a lot of famous schools down there in Victoria.
So Goddard getting worried out of the way by Coombs there. Clark just paddles it back out to Stokes, does well. Kick comes up to half forward. Jack Long just 10-pin bowling style, knocking everyone over. And Max Kennedy, the quick kick in the Campbell direction. Only takes one with the one Duke. Foster keeps his feet. Well done by Wilkinson.
Wilkinson, terrific.
Just gets it out of there. Max Kennedy, though, on the right. It's just right. Through for behind.
I'd love to see Buffs alternate. Get Foster and Wilkinson. Take Wilkinson to the goal square with Foster and Foster be the one coming out of the goal square and move Matty Campbell up the field now and then. Just like to see the full forwards alternate that a little bit. Or alternate might be the word I was looking for.
22-point lead here as Rick sorts out his English, his vocab.
Is it wrong that I love it when someone else has English problems?
Yes. We all do at times, don't worry. So the quick kick coming from the stoppage. They could be away here. Lloyd Raymond on the outer wing goes backwards to Paredes. He might get it back. Just chip it over the top. And chopped off. So Buff's looking to reload again. Mike Coombs.
Declan Everett, I would have liked to have seen him just bodyline the footy a bit more on that last effort.
Foster with the hands over the top. Joey Collins then gets wrapped up in a tackle. Had his hands free. Eventually gets rid of it. Jacob Long. Hagan in pursuit of him. Nice kick down the line. Finds big Calder. King of whizzies, as Rick alluded to earlier. On the outer wing. Doesn't have much down the line. Just chips it over the top.
I don't mind that. Control the footy instead of kicking long to the turnover zone.
He's going to get it back here, Calder. Just the handball over the top. His work rates. I'm just watching Calder off the ball. He's going to get it here.
Yeah, good rate. Great work rate.
Gets the handball out. And wrapped up in a big tackle, and we'll have a stoppage on the outer flank. As we see, a bit of another bit of a dust up. You'd say this one might be a bit fiery today, Rick.
And probably the two traditional rivals of the NTFL, Saints and Buffs, especially through the 60s and the 70s.
Big lightning just taking place there, Nev. I'll have to get you on that at half time, see what the weather's doing.
Definitely.
The ball pops out now, but it's Stokes. His head taken off. Umpire said, no, you didn't, buddy. So away here, Paredes just paddles it forward. Edwards, nice little kick. He might get it back here, Shawnee. Goes off the deck again. Bo Ted Castle. And a quick kick coming out from Grenfell, and that is a poster. Good effort from the big man.
Looking at the flags, there's not much wind, but if you look towards Palmerston, it's something out of a portrait that you'd put on your wall. It's just thunder, lightning, and a lot of rain.
Like a welcome, like a gift card. Jalen Clark takes a mark. Is that a bit of thunder action?
Yeah, and lightning. So there might be the extreme weather and lightning policy that has to be implemented.
We'll see what happens. This smell Palmer.
This bloke here needs to get into the game.
He sure does. We haven't called his name one bit today. Big the Raging Bull paddles off the ground. Wilkinson.
Good work. Wilkinson, just get the ball out of there.
And it works out very nicely. And James Gwynn takes a mark, plays on quickly, has Grenfell out in space. Turns now, has Sean Edwards if he wants him, ignores that, goes long in the Calder direction, uses the body well. With a nice spoil coming over. So a great tackle from Calder. Should have been holding the ball. But through for a behind. So St. Mary's doing all the attacking in the last few minutes. And that one's a very wide ball. And Saints will look to reload. Halfway through the second quarter. The kick to the top of the square. Calder out of his hands. Armat there. Just pops out now. Pendlebury. Fires it out. Quinn with an awkward looking banana. That's swallowed down there by Stokes. McKenzie flies, and that one knocked out of his hands, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Thirteen-minute mark of the quarter. Buffs probably slightly played the better footy this quarter, but just needed to kick a few more goals. Ball deep in Saints forward line, see what they can do. Watch out for Paredes.
Grenfell with the tap backwards. He's Stokes. He's away. He's a quick man.
No one will catch
Look at
this
these
bloke.
wheels. Two bounces. Goes with the hands now.
Just when Buffs look great, when they're doing this.
Have a look at this. Out of space. Hagan running back. Lance chasing him. Ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw. Jeez, I was just looking at Lant, and he was keeping up with. He was gaining on Hagan, wasn't he?
Sort of, you took the thoughts out of my brain then. Is it normally Hagan? You go on if he gets in that situation, but Lant got him in about 2 yards.
He did, didn't he?
Impressive. Played for Essendon in the VFL. I think he might have won Essendon's VFL Best and Fairest.
Yeah, right.
2019.
So ball thrown back in. Smith winning that one down. Yaron with the handball. It's Max. Sorry, I think that's Loudon. He's wrapped up. He's holding the ball. Nick Loudon getting wrapped up there. So Nick Yaron will get the kick. left back pocket. Heads in the Sean Edwards direction. Doesn't quite get there. And that one goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. So 15 minutes gone here in the second quarter.
St Mary's got 2 ruckmen, and not one of them's at this. Paredes taking the ruck.
So nice hands out there from Rioli. There's Andrews. That's a half forward. Clark there for the bus.
Oh, he tackled his own
man. Jalen Clark throwing his body on the line.
They're going to score from it.
Here's Jackson Calder out in space, the big man. Just paddles it forward. That's okay. Bowie Tedcastle. Look at that. Great goal. And young Tedcastle gets his second.
And St Mary's extend their lead by 30 points.
I was going to say Tedcastle maybe should have shepherded Eldridge, but he ran to the square, and Jackson Calder was good enough, luckily, to get that ball forward. See, good work there. They get it forward, but just I thought Calder was away, and they just need to put the shepherd on Eldridge, but it worked out for the better, and what would I know?
30-point lead. Back in the middle. Umpire throws that one up. Grenfell, nice tap straight down to... there's a free kick coming to back to the Buffs. There's a bit more lightning. Looks like it's getting a bit closer too.
I think Daly Andrews was holding young Thomas Clark.
So if the Lightning is within 10 kilometres, the umpire or match committee can call the game, and siren will sound 5 times to signify that.
I think it happened last week at Southern Districts in the Div 1, actually. The game got called off.
Tyler Saunders gets tackled. Dylan Lant gets that one quickly out of there. And Jacob Long takes a mark. Right half back for St Mary's. So just decides to go long down the line. Calder. Can't quite hold on. Ball pops out. So that was Andrews. That one's over line. Out of bounds on the full.
More rumbling in the background, and it's definitely not your tummy, Nick.
No.
Ricky.
Jalen Clark on screen. That's not mine. I'm eating your snakes that you've got here.
Apparently Jellyman's, I was yarning with a lot of the players during the week, and they said he is a character and he never shuts up. And very interesting fella too.
Sounds like your type of man, Nick.
Yeah. If you like the weird ones, I'm extremely weird. Ishmael Palmer sort of working nicely into the game now. Stokes. That's a handball out. Oh, I said that one was all right. Here's Jack Long. Oh, unbelievable work from the man, the great man. He is. And that one's just bounces inside. We'll have a boundary throw in.
I have to say the most elite kick in Northern Territory football for the last 10 years, but he let me down.
Missed the target there, Ricky boy.
So lucky I didn't start.
So we
desperately need a goal, I reckon, here, Buffs.
I'd love to snag one late in the second quarter. So ball thrown back in. Nice tap there from Grenfell. Ishmael Palmer. Hagan on the left to Foster. So well defended. Andrews.
Man, no ball.
And the free kick.
And 50 for a bit of mouth to the umpire.
So Daly Andrews cops this one.
I thought the rule these days was you're allowed to play on. May not be up with the rules. That's what I thought was.
But even Rick, if you get the this is what I've always thought about that. If you get the 50, like it's your advantage, you can. I reckon you should be able to do whatever you want to do.
That's what I thought the rule changed because sides were deliberately getting it held up and getting numbers behind the footy. So.
He's Calder on the left. The big man over the top just juggled through from behind.
Good effort on his left foot.
But
That was another one I thought that rule changed. They
just go whenever.
Yeah, the flag hadn't stopped waving. I thought that rule had changed as well, but maybe I've got no idea.
Here's Pendlebury, right back pocket. This goes with a little 15-metre chiseler. Kennedy comes out wide. Finds Metricardi. Pops this one in the Clark direction. So Nate Paredes, head pops off. Here's Paulie Campbell.
Would have given that off then.
Here's Lant. You can hear them say, the players say, dill, dill, dill. Some pirouette sort of work there from Loudon. Here's Hagan. Quick kick in the Matty Campbell direction. Uses the body well. Drops what he probably should have taken. And Wilkinson's away for St Mary's.
Wilkinson's been outstanding on Foster. It's about the fourth D50 exit that he's had. He's been really, really good.
Jake Long up to Calder. This goes with the one hand. Doesn't quite drag it in. Atkinson cops one high on the deck. Ball pops out.
Deliberate.
Bit of in danger action there. Calder just copped a one on the chin there from Stokes. He's Foster. Sells some candy to Long. Gets wrapped up though. That one's over the line. We'll have the boundary throw in.
So they made a meal of that Buffs. They had numbers everywhere. All they had to do was hit that original kick, hit the target, and they had that many numbers inside 50. It wasn't funny. Missed the target. Now we've got a boundary. St Mary's have turned it into a 50-50 with a boundary throw in.
One of your favourites.
You can see here now, look at the Buffs have got great representation around the footy. Good opportunity from the kicker goal here, Buffs.
And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Here's Rioli with some nice handsball out, although just misses the target. Well, gets chopped off in the end. The kick up to half forward.
They had good numbers at the stoppage, but Saints had good numbers behind the footy. As you can see, they've cleared this footy here.
Here's Lloyd Raymond. Gets wrapped up. Probably didn't have it in the end. Paulie Campbell on the left. That's a nice kick over the top. And Stokes takes a mark just inside 50.
Capable of kicking this, maybe, with his best shot.
He'd have to wind up and get on the run, wouldn't he?
He'd have to be his best, yeah.
He's almost back in the middle of the ground.
Son of Frankie Stokes, who played a lot of A-grade footy for Manly in the New South Wales Rugby League comp.
Here he is, Jared Stokes.
Grandfather's a champion of the club as well.
He's forgotten to shave the mow off. It's one of the filthiest mows in Territory footy, but he has hit the post. Jeez.
It's a fair effort, though, wouldn't it?
Fair roost, wasn't it? Jack Long in the kick-out duties for the Saints. Not much on.
Played last 3 games in the Div 1, Jack Long. I mean, best on ground every week, so got the call up this week.
He's a handy inclusion, isn't he?
Let's get his stats up here, I think, Jack.
Yeah. He's got himself in his own Supercoach team, obviously. He's on the left. Matt out of his hands. He'll get another crack at it, though. Matricardi just fends off the Saints player. The kick in the Palmer direction's a good one, and he swallows them every day. Palmer. And he'll go back and line up for his first.
God, they need this, Buffs. They just desperately need this to then go 3 goals down. It's not too bad of a result. I think the game's still in their clinches.
So Ishmael Palmer goes on the right and puts it straight over the goal umpire's hat and through for his first.
Still within striking distance, I think.
24 points of difference. And surely the siren will sound soon.
This Jellyman Turney can't miss those tackles at this level of football. Quite a talented young man from the community Santa Teresa outside Alice Springs. Been a bit quiet today, so if he gets into the game, Buffs will go a long way to bridging the gap.
Yeah, there's a few, Rick. I reckon if Matty Campbell fires up a bit more,
yeah,
I reckon it'll be on.
Foster, I reckon, has been a bit quiet. Wilkinson's done a good job on him.
Here on NITV's coverage of the 2020-2021 TIO NTFL season from a very overcast Darwin. Lots of rain around. Darwin Buffaloes are 22 to St Mary's 46. And we'll be back after this short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
Second half about to get underway here. Welcome back to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL season. St Mary's in control, 6-10-46 to Darwin Buffaloes 3-4-22. As the umpire holds the ball in the air, about to get underway. It's like it's Will Clark doing the ruck duties this time around against Smith. He does well too, Clark. Pedals the ball forward. Here's Hagan in the middle. Stokes. Saunders charging through. Sean Edwards starting at half-back. Interesting move. Might try and get him into the game a bit. And they're away, St Mary's. Through Daly Andrews. Massive ball in the air. Calder swallows that one.
A fair game, Calder, so far.
No problem at all. On the right, inside attacking 50. Nick Yarran just out of his hands. Grenfell fires a handball out. Nick Yarran gets wrapped up in the tackle. His little Bowie Tedcastle. It's clever play from that young man. And finds Nate Paredes. Rick, in a few words, first half?
Yeah, not too bad. I reckon Lucky Buff's got that goal at the end to be within 3 goals, but Paredes puts this through. So it puts them in a difficult position.
It'll be 4 goals and we'll put them back out to 5, Rick, and that one's right. It's always right, and it stayed right, and it's out of bounds on the full.
Even righter.
How'd you go on that half-time break, Rick?
Yeah, I went to go to the toilet. I ran into Noel Long, St Mary's superstar, champion, one of the greatest players of all time, and talked to him the whole time.
So I didn't get to go to the toilet in the end.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half. Here, Edwards gets a handball. He's going to get it back.
To kill him.
Nice work from Edwards. Just gets rid of a few too easy. Quinn, and that one's chopped off down there.
Can't turn a footy over that like that.
Oh, Matricati, that is a stinker of a kick. Oh, you're going to pay that one up.
Man in front, 26, I'd say.
It was Loudon. Calder spins out of a tackle but loses the ball. Pendlebury fires out the handball.
And Buffs need this bloke's run and carry to get back into the game.
Timmy Aldridge, haven't called his name much today, Rick.
He pulled that kick, great. Jalen Clark, get ready for the ball.
Here he is, Jalen Clark. Hagan in right in the middle of TIO Stadium.
Build up by Buff.
It's a bullet-like kick as Smith chops it off. Can't quite hang on to it though. Saunders fires the handball out to Smith. They go across ground. And Kieran Parnell, he'll get it back in the old-fashioned 1-2. He might get it again though. He goes put on the deck though. It's a nice kick up to half forward from Rioli.
Well, big man give to a Rioli. Just burn him then.
And finds Long. Unmarked. He's got a few options if he wants over the top. Ignores that. Says he's going to go and have a shot at goal. And try and extend that lead out to 5.
Something I like about Buffs have put Foster to the goal square, so they needed to change something around, so I like that. Foster's gone to the goal square 1 out on Matt Wilkinson, who's done a good job on him so far.
Jacob Long. Kick from just right on the 50. It's a nice kick off the boot. It's just right though.
Looked good, but it faded.
Through for a behind. So Brad Stokes to bring the ball back into play. One's Jared Stokes.
Oh, Jared.
He's absolutely turned that one over. Sean Edwards. To Nate Paredes, under pressure. It is left. Geez, they're wasting some opportunities here, Rick.
They have. Saints.
Might cross to you, Nev, with the weather. Did you get to have a look at in the halftime break?
A little bit. We were looking at some of the rain forecast, but it's going all around us here in Marara, but not quite hitting us.
Yeah,
so we might be okay.
Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it?
50 every day of the week. That's another 50. You've got to get out of his way.
That's 100.
50.
That's 100.
I agree.
But the lights are on.
Lights are on. No one's really home with that 100. Should have been a 100-metre penalty. Wilkinson goes with the double fister in the end. Stokes trips, gets a handball out to Clark.
Oh, Clark.
Trying to find around on his left.
Said the first give, Buffs.
Wilkinson clearing that one out of trouble. Here's Tommy Clark. Jeez, I don't know how he snuck that through. But he did, and he found Will Clark. It's Clark Central out there today. We're just missing a Ras Clark, of course, from the Saints. Kick up to full forward.
Oi.
Oi, Foster. Dribbles it home. And the Buffs get the much-needed first goal and get that margin back to 20.
I've been wanting that move for a while, and they've done it, and he's kicked the goal in the first 5 minutes. So, not a bad start. Buffs. Saints blew some chances, but the Buffs have scored first. Good contest by Palmer. Slipped out of Jack Long's hands. For a goal.
And Foster, one of many players named in the NTFL representative squad, Ricky?
Yeah, no, he's had a good year. Known goal kicker, so no arguments with that.
So Atkinson and Smith. Smith wins that one down for St Mary's. Clark puts his head over the ball. Smith sort of scoops that one out. Jalen Clark goes, interestingly, off the deck. The St Mary's fans are ripping into him today. Here's Daly Andrews, it's a high up and under. Nate Paredes goes off the deck. Bo Ted Castle, out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in deep in attacking 50 for St Mary's.
Bo Ted Castle was telling me he likes going hunting with his dad, especially for his favourite magpie goose.
Ooh. Not bad, the old magpie goose. So ball thrown back in. Grenfell gets wrapped up in a tackle. Probably could have been pinged for holding the ball. Aldridge. It's an awkward looking banana out of that pack. Joey Collinson sees that one over the line. We'll have boundary throw in. So 20-point lead here to St Mary's. Buffs, of course, getting the opener in the first few minutes. Smith wins the tap down. Andrews, does very well. Puts it on the right, top of the square, dangerous kick. And Pendlebury doing well to sort of kill that one.
Oh, Lee Matthews.
Aldridge gets absolutely smashed into that post. He gets straight up. He's a tough young man. Timmy Aldridge.
Oh, see, they pay that 50, but they don't pay the other infringement of 50.
It's a bit stiff there. And there we go. Here we go. A bit of play on action. Tommy Clark, the kick in the Palmer direction, finds him. Ishmael Palmer sort of going back like he's going to have a ping here.
I was thinking you've got 2v2s up the ground, get back quickly and look for an option, but...
So he goes in the Foster direction.
It's too easy to defend. Way too easy to defend that kick.
Tyler Saunders.
Oh, it's got a hit.
Under a bit of pressure, and that one's over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, Ishmael Palmer, if you just get back quick and look, he had 2v2 up the ground, just maybe get it to the top of the square.
So ball thrown back in. Smith. Is that down? Certainly he's fired up. Tricardi to Foster. Got it.
Should be a fair kick from here, though. We'll see the man they call Foss, who works as a carpenter during the week. They're trying to do a Stevie J.
So Foster plays on and nails it. Nice goal.
It's a fair Stevie J. 2 and 8 minutes. I like that move by Cameron Stokes. I really like it. I reckon he looks better coming out of the goal square. Matty Campbell does at times. I just alternated around a little bit more than what they did in the first half, in my opinion.
And the margin's only 14 points now.
Yeah, we've got a game on our hands now.
Well, Saints blew a few early, didn't they?
They sure did. Let's see what happens next. As Sean Edwards makes his way back into the 50-metre arc. Buffs are looking a bit better in this early in the third quarter. Ball thrown back up. Grenfell out of the ruck. It's a kick up to half forward. Jalen Clark there for the Buffs. It's crunched in a tackle from Quinn and holding the ball.
Oh. Good tackle by Quinn. Jalen Clark doesn't have a lot of friends in the goal, in the grandstand.
Sean Edwards from downtown is short. Oh, Ted Castle did well to sort of fly over the top there, but couldn't quite drag it in.
Fan favourite or villain is he, Jalen Clark? Do you think, Nick?
Yeah, they're getting stuck into him today, aren't they? Here's Pendlebury. Hops over the top to Stokes.
They only get into the best, Jalen. They only get into the best. Oh, you Nick Darwin will nearly get you there.
Here's Jared Stokes. Raymond. Kick in, attacking 50. But it's all Buffs down there. Michael Hagan. It's a nice kick.
It's a great kick.
One's Max Kennedy. He pops it over the top to Foster.
Good build-up.
The tune of Sean Foster this time. Puts it on the left.
It's a great kick.
One's his namesake in Brody Foster. Doesn't have much on. Got an empty goal square now.
Palmer's there.
Oh, sort of awkward.
Chaos
Nick Loudon.
Collinson misses it.
Left.
How exciting would that have been if he got that
left.
goal?
Yeah, it wasn't Collinson, it was
Nick Loudon.
Nick Loudon. Nick Loudon from the Casey Scorpions also played his TOC cut with Gippsland Power. If they'd have kicked that, would have got interesting.
It's coming back in though. Max Kennedy. Joey Collinson. Goddard going off the deck. Almost on the full. Umpire says, no way, Nick.
Ricky, do you buy any tickets at the meat tray raffle at St Mary's Club?
I used to, but I sort of follow St Mary's on social media, and the players have been cleaning up, I've been seeing lately.
Saw Tyler Saunders won it the other night.
Yeah, apparently the Lant brothers keep winning, according to their coach. And the vegetarian. No, I'm only joking about the vegetarian bit.
I was going to blow the whistle there. Here we go.
Greg Summers, a unbelievable volunteer for St Mary's for decades. One of the best volunteers you'll ever meet. Been running the meat tray at the bingo on a Thursday night for a couple of decades now. Outstanding man. The man they call Fruity.
Fair bit going on. And we're going to have another stoppage. Rick, we might have been following closely with the rep side that's happening next to you. If you have, we might talk about that a bit later.
Yeah, sure.
Later on.
It got announced during the week. They're playing Glenelg in the men and also in the women.
We'll be looking forward to that. Here's Sean Edwards. Jalen Clark hot on his hammer. Here's Gwynn. Goes off a deck to Yaron. Just keep wheeling it forward, these boys. Oh, pops one high. And Lockie McKenzie. And Quinn's going to get an obvious free kick. So looks to move it quickly. Calder in a 2-on-1. Pendlebury wins that one down.
Good tackle.
Nice punching tackle from Nick Yaron on McKenzie. Jeez, that was a good tackle. Didn't see him coming and absolutely crunched him. Well done, Nick Yaron.
Rugby League in the off-season, Nick Yaron. His tackling would be up at the moment.
You could tell by that tackle, Rick. Kick started taking 50. Fisting into Sean Edwards' direction.
Wow.
Shawnee on the full. Looks like Jalen Clark put him down after it too.
Raymond Lloyd looks pretty lively, doesn't he, Nick? For, St Mary's.
He does.
You know where he's from? Pigeonhole is the name of the Indigenous community. It's about 400 k's from Catherine. So finished school at Hallabury just recently. Fine young man. And I think there's a free kick here.
Tom Clark absolutely put, I don't know who's on the ground actually.
Tom Clark.
No, it was Tom Clark, I think.
Oh, it's getting heated out there.
Yeah, it sure is.
Well, he's down.
He's in a headlock. It's headlock time.
It's absolutely nowhere near the play. So
it was well off the ball. And that player down. I can't tell who that player. I think is it Goddard on the ground?
No, I reckon it is Daly Andrews.
Daly Andrews. He doesn't look good. Just getting up now. Tom Clark's coming off the ground for a rest after perhaps giving a bit of chin music to
Daly Andrews plays for the Williamstown Footy Club in the VFL, and he did pre-season with Kieran Parnell. Then COVID hit, and they both head over the border. One went to South Adelaide, and Kieran went to North Adelaide. So that's how they met. And I think Kieran said, "Why don't you come up to Darwin and play footy with me?" So
there he goes. He just copped one to the side of the face. Anyway, Bo Tedcastle's there to take the free. I don't mind him from here, Rick. From 51. It's just jagged at left. Not quite there. Big fly from the side from Calder. Well, should have been easily defended, that one, Rick.
So, not a great night to take overhead marks, and Calder's clunked some decent contested marks tonight.
This one's for his third. Plays on, gets around, and goals it. So it was a good mark in the end from Jackson Calder, and they extend the lead back out to 20.
Nearly best on ground, I reckon, for Saints Calder. So I reckon if they have a good win, I reckon there's a sneaky chance he might be at Wisdom tonight.
You guys know everything, hey?
Well, there. Do you know what, Nev? Last weekend, I went and saw the Clark boys at St Mary's.
Yeah.
And after the game, and then we went into town. Guess who's on the dance floor at Wisdom?
Ricky
the
Nolan.
great Rick Nolan.
Was he also on the tables as well?
Not quite.
Disclaimer: I wasn't on the dance floor. Disclaimer: I was at a work function.
Yeah.
Oh, in inverted commas, work function.
My wife might be watching this. So
oh, sorry, Rick. Sorry.
I didn't want to go out, but my workmates dragged me out, so I told my wife.
I thought more it might have been your wife was horrified you were dancing.
That definitely didn't happen.
Yeah, you're not much of a dancer, are you, Rick?
Oh, when I do, I go all right. No.
Don't you worry. Don't you
Don't
worry,
have
young
it
man.
much, but Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson comes to mind when I think of you dancing, Rick. Meanwhile, out on the outer wing, Jacob Long goes with a handball backwards. Yeah, working this nicely now. In control. Walters. And then they're away. Not quite, though. Quick kick comes over the top. Finds Nate Paredes.
Paredes racking them up like normal tonight.
Had Lance on, ignored that. Goes further afield. Calder
again.
McKenzie getting in the way, though. Here's Rioli. Straightens up. Kicks to the top of the square. Smith takes an easy mark in the end. The big boy. He did well to worry big Chris Atkinson out of it. He's a handy play. Still in, good nick, isn't he, Rick?
Yeah, very good player. Lloyd Raymond again. Just, he was outstanding. The boy from Pigeonhole, I think he's heading back there. He's just finished school, and I know his mentor is Andrew Wills, St Mary's assistant coach. He wants him to move in with him, Andrew, to keep him here because he's playing such great football. But I think he's going to go home and see his parents in the community for a while.
Look at that. Look at Smith. Look at the celebration. Have a look at him. He put that over to the Pints Club too.
Disclaimer, Ryan, you were 5 metres out. But look here, watch Williams. He's impressed me, this boy. First grab, hits his target from contested footy. Shannon gets it to the top of the goal square, and Ryan kicks a goal from 2 metres out.
And look, Shannon Rioli's had to go and fetch that footy, and he might have to jump. Like he's already jumped over the fence.
I've got a feeling he's at the back looking for a second footy, so I reckon both the footies are out there. Yep.
There they are. There he's got it.
He's coming back over the hill with a second footy. You might have to send an invoice to the NTFL during the week.
Absolutely. He's got an ABN. He'll do it.
They've got to wait for him here to get over the fence.
Just doing a...
And he's over.
Now they've got 2 footies. They're right to go.
He's back.
He should get a 30-second rest after doing that.
Working pretty hard. Atkinson wins that tap down that time. But all St Mary's. They're away here. Nate Paredes to Sean Edwards' direction. Grenfold comes in from the side and takes an easy mark in the end.
Just in a couple of minutes have taken the game away from Buff, especially if Grenville can kick this one. From Tutura in the Goulburn Valley, regular player on the Goulburn Valley rep side. And as I said, went and played for Cooperoo in the QAFL.
Grenfold lining up for goal number 2. And absolutely shanks it. On the fall, Rick.
That's not good.
Fair bit going on.
A fun fact about him is he doesn't have any coffee on game day.
Right.
And talking about, nightclubs, as we mentioned, he found love in a nightclub in Darwin and he's staying put for now.
Wow.
We love that for the big boy.
So you did hear that. He was only coming up for 2 weeks and decided to stay. So fell in love with the territory lifestyle, like a lot of us do.
Clark gets wrapped up in the
And
tackle.
more.
Yeah, and more.
It's absolutely set on Will Clark, and we'll have a stoppage on the outer wing.
Grenfell was also saying that Jellyman is a character. He's lived with him for a few weeks and that was enough.
He's Lloyd Raymond. And they set that one over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
But of course in a good way. He said he was also very funny and very out there.
Yep,
I like those sort of people.
absolutely.
Hey Nick, I like you.
Yeah, we're all a bit out there, Nev, don't worry. Yeah, what's the umpire going to do here? To a bit of a wrestle. Two ruckmans. Smith's going to get the... Atkinson was trying to claim it. So Smith moves it forward.
Called up.
From the back. Can't quite get in. Well wrapped in by Shannon Rioli. Who's on the outer side. Bowie Tedcastle. That is a great goal, young man. He's having a very impressive game. And he gets another one.
Must be all that magpie geese.
That's his third. Absolutely, Nev.
Yeah, good signs there is Shannon Rioli crumbing a front and centre. Got that ball forward, well done.
It was a 14-point margin not that long ago. Now it's out to 32.
Yeah. Good contest here by Calder. Shannon just getting in the right position and getting the ball out into space. Waiting was Tedcastle.
Not only is he talented, a very lovely young man.
Is he?
Yeah, really impressed with him.
Looks like a little ripper. Back in the middle. Umpire's having a yarn to Will Clark in the ruck for Buffs. Nice tap down from that man. Gets it up to half forward. Just bubbling around at half forward. Smith fires a handball out. They need the... Need a couple of unanswered goals here, the Buffs. A bit of head ripping going on. It's Michael Hagan. Average kick in the end. Tyler Saunders. It's sat on. What's the umpire going to do here? Holding the ball. Jeez.
I think it's making an attempt to try and get rid of it, I think.
It's a bit harsh though, Rick, do you think? Got wrapped up straight away.
No, I'm going to back the umpire there. Give away 50 soon. Could have tailed. That was good to tail to give the ball back.
It's pretty funny. And Tyler Saunders.
No love lost between these clubs on and off the field. I can hear it out there as well.
Tommy Clark.
Tommy Clark, a lot of pressure, being the brother of the gun Jalen Clark. So we'll see how he can kick a footy very well, this boy, though.
From right on 50. That's a nice kick off the boot. Just left, though. Through from behind.
Would have been a handy goal.
So Lance looks to move it quickly. And he does. And they're away here.
Paredes with a drop kick.
Nice work rate from Lance.
Barry Cable style.
It's a kick up to half forward. Mackenzie putting the spoil on there. Bo Tedcastle with the one hand, if you don't mind. Goes backwards. Shannon Rioli. Keep paddling it forward, working it forward. He does. Gets to 50. Throws it on the right, top of the square. Well done, Jalen Clark. Trying to kill the ball, but Bo Tedcastle gets in his way. Fires a handball back out to Edwards. Edwards to Raymond. Keeps it in. Just out of reach there. And Max Kennedy mopping up, and it's going to come straight back in as Tyler Saunders finds his way down to half forward. Plays on now. The kick to the top of the square. Calder from the back. And Clark kills the ball. It's to the tune of Will Clark over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Chance here, Saints, to put Buffaloes away. I reckon score one here.
But will the siren beat them?
Yeah, it's deep in the quarter.
29-point lead. Ball thrown back in. Clark, it's a nice tap. It's moving it forward. That is, well, not quite out of bounds yet. Now it is.
You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin at three-quarter time. Darwin Buffaloes 5-7-37 to St Mary's 9-14-68. And we'll be back after the short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full bedding facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me down.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
About to get back underway here at TIO Stadium. Edwards moved into the middle. Gets a first clearance. Calder off the deck. Finds Timmy Aldridge. Just drops it though. Jacob Long willing the ball forward. Calls Nick Yarran in. Nick Yarran does well. Keeps his feet. That's a nice kick, although it's just across the face. And, well, still in play, actually. Rioli off the ground.
Shannon.
Oh! Shani Rioli, if you don't mind. That was ridiculous. And they get that first goal. Welcome back to you, Nev. Rick.
Yeah, Shannon Rioli is a massive Manchester United fan. Doesn't miss a game. He'll get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and watches every Man U game there is. But it's a bit of a famous area of the ground. Shannon probably kicks St Mary's most famous goal ever in a grand final in that exact spot. So he's used to soccer kicks in that goal square.
It was unbelievable.
He loved it. Great celebration.
Here we go. Buffs need to get a quick one, it's fair to say. Timmy Aldridge moved onto the wing. I like that. Edwards puts him down after he gets rid of it. Umpire says that's no problems, though. Matty Campbell on the left, coming back.
Pretty dangerous
situation, isn't he? Not back far enough.
I don't know if you guys notice the lightning that's happening around.
Huh.
And I'm not talking about the speed of some of the players either.
Dylan Lant. Kick. Edwards flies from the back. Smith back to Sean Edwards. Just gets it forward when it's all Mike Coombs. Goes to Clark. He found himself into trouble. He gets out of it though. Does well in the end.
And hits the target.
Max Kennedy.
The crowd cheering Jalen on again.
Goes across ground to Loudon. Nick Loudon. Oh, nice mark from Matty Campbell.
And 50.
Trying to get fitty, he was. Plays on now. Runs around a few. Gets to 45. The kick is left. Good for Bayern. So Matty Campbell wasted a couple of harder shots on goal, but still the same.
This is clever, wasn't it? Just around two players and have a shot.
It was a bit easy in the end there. Here's Lant from half back. Up in the colder direction.
Ooh, what's he got to do? Unlace it.
Here's McKenzie. Does absolutely nothing to go to. Here's Hagan. Takes a good mark. Jack Long standing the mark. Hagan plays on now. The kick is a disappointing one in the end and swallowed up by Matty Wilkinson.
Good game, Matt Wilkinson. More than done his job, I reckon, down there.
And normally he's in the Division 2?
Yeah, no, Division 1.
Division 1,
He
yeah.
might be the captain. Terrific clubman. And does a lot for the club. St Mary's run an unbelievable Oz kick. They've been doing it for about 10 years, which got their juniors back on track. Their juniors were an absolute basket case, but he's absolutely pivotal in the Oz kick, and that's why Saints got such great juniors at the moment.
Grenfell. It's a nice kick. On the other side of the ground. Here's Stokes and Lant in a foot race. Lant gets there first.
Two guys you want to see in a foot race.
Yeah. So advantage paid. Lant gets to 55. The kick is a long one. Calder in prime position. Just couldn't drag it in though. Pendlebury under pressure. Gets the handball away. And it's good work from the Buffs from half back. Jalen Clark over to McKenzie. And a nice fist coming over the top, although it stays in. Foster goes off the deck. Straight to Palmer. Takes a mark. Travel the required distance. So Palmer. Well done, Jack Long. I think his big frame in the way and knocking that one over the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
I mean, they call danger fist. Got his fist on the football. The photo of Jack Long about 7 years ago punching a ball. I reckon half the ball, his fist went into half the ball. It's an amazing photo.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that in the pool room at home, is it, Rick?
Not yet. The second pool room, not the first one.
So boundary throw in here again. Reset.
Ricky, not too long to go, January 23rd, NT rep footy making a comeback after 15 long years.
Yeah, it'd be huge. Back when I was playing a long time ago, that was the one. Everyone wanted to play in this game. Used to get about 10,000 people to the game. Of course, we're playing AFL sides a lot of the time then, but they're very excited. I hope the NTFL get it right and it's done properly, and it could be a very, very exciting time. When NT Thunder come in, it's sort of finished, so it's good to get it back on the calendar.
Yaron on the outer wing.
No footy that weekend, so you'd think the crowd should be really big. So.
Nate Paredes taking an uncontested mark. Asked to play on now. Goes back out in the Nick Yaron direction. Just misses him by foot.
Not a fan of that. Just got too wide. It might work though.
Ball stays in.
Just get the ball atop the square in that situation.
Ball chopped off by McKenzie. Maxi Kennedy.
They're out here. Buffs out by a mile. Oh, you can't fumble, son.
Clark gets handball to Jalen Clark. So Foster in a one-on-one. Gets over the back. Nice work by that Sean Foster. Keeps his feet.
He kept his feet. That's the difference.
Wheels around on the left.
Wilkinson saves the day again.
And there's a bit more lightning there, Nev.
I think it's impossible to leave this bloke out next week. I reckon he's played that well that they have to play him.
There's Lloyd Raymond.
So impressed with him.
Pendlebury left his man and chopped that one off. Well done by him. Just gets shoved. He gets boot to ball. Well done, little Lloyd Raymond. Kept that one going forward. It's Daly Andrews. Calder. That one's over the line. Love boundary thrown.
Yeah, they reckon Lloyd Raymond talking to the St Mary's coaching staff. He played under 18s last year. He wasn't one of their big name players. I think he might even just snuck in their side most weeks. But they reckon he did the whole pre-season. He never walked off while the hard running was on, did all the hard work. And the coaching staff at St Mary's speak very, very highly of the man from the Pigeonhole community.
And only made his debut 2 weeks ago in Premier League.
So Ishmael Palmer going to clean this one up for the Buffs. Just knocks it forward. Paulie Campbell. Archers are back. Just gets away. Ishmael Palmer runs into some bit of trouble. Ball comes back to Max Kennedy. Bit of candy being sold there. Here's Tommy Clark. Puts it on the right. Straight to Jack Long. A bit more lightning there. So as you're playing at home, it's all happening. And coming over the top, it's Daly Andrews. Right half back for St Mary's. Half volley sort of set up there. Foster fires a handball back. It's Clark.
Jeez, that was good.
Finds Stokes. This is good build-up. Not quite finding a target though. Foster gets a handball to Matty Campbell. No, Joey Collinson chops it off. Runs into trouble. Jack Long
running towards goal. You just let him take it, wouldn't you?
And they're away here. Kieran Parnell, right half back, finds Lant. McKenzie though for the Buffs, throwing this one away. Daly Andrews just gets rid of his man pretty easily in the end. Kick comes up to Grenfell. He swallows that. He's got Bo Tedcastle by himself. Although Grenfell just puts it straight up in the air. Atkinson going back for the Buffs. Doesn't quite kill the ball. Bowie Tedcastle. Thank you very much. And he gets another.
What a star.
Gets his fourth, actually.
Chris Atkins just had to kill that footy over the line. Ted Castle waited back in the goal square and he had the whole thing to himself. And the big ruckman set it up a little bit too high, I thought, but just here Atkinson just needed to kill the football.
You know how I was saying a lot of the guys were talking about Jellyman being such a character. When I was talking to Bo Tedcastle during the week, he reckons, yeah, Jellyman's very funny, never shuts up. Sometimes you don't even know what he's saying.
Yeah, sounds like my cup of tea.
You drink tea, Nick?
No, I don't actually.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Don't really look like a tea drinker, don't it?
That's a free kick, 666. I'm glad they paid that.
Thunder, lightning, everything's happening.
So Atkinson winning that free kick. Getting up long and deep. There's Joey Collinson. Just chips it over the top. Does well, finds Mike Hagan.
Geez, that's smart by Hagan, like trying to milk that.
That's 50. Well, it should be.
Yeah, it should.
Because Tyler's
I'm
not...
not saying he's doing the right thing, but now just go back, Michael, and kick it, I think. But
So Mike Hagan. Well done, Michael. Young man. It's a much-needed goal for the Buffs.
Ten minutes played in the fourth quarter. Darwin Buffalo 6-9-45 to St Mary's 11-14-80. So 35 points a difference.
Some real good banter happening down there in the crowd. Not minding it. Just trying to have a peer over and see who's down there. Can't really see much though.
bit of a premiership reunion for St Mary's and the Div 1 today. I think they're a bit short on numbers, and I think Raf Clark was playing. I think they had games record holder Iggy Velojo. Peter McFarlane made his 900th comeback.
The John Farnham of the NTFL.
John Anstez played. Joshy Heath was out there playing. So probably a
wow, what a
combined premierships of about 50, I reckon there would have been.
There you go.
Josh Cheek played his first game for Saints, been away on army duty, so he'll be a fairly good pickup for Saints, I think. Not pickup, or a good return.
Nice hands there from Big Grenfell to fire that handball out. Here's Jalen Clark. Shannon Rioli. Hold on, here's Hammer. He runs it over the line. Something I'm going to do here.
Talking about Iggy Velojo, I was talking to his brother Anthony Velojo, obviously the coach of St Mary's, and Chopper was really wanted to stress that he's the better looking and the younger brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But all right, Anthony, we'll let you have that.
There you have it. Ball thrown back in. Ball pops out.
I went to both their weddings, and I'm pretty sure Anthony's the older one, I thought.
He is. That's why I said, I'll let you have that, Anthony.
So Buff's trying to clear this one out. Bo Tedcastle, he's dangerous. He's trying to search for his fifth. Fires out the handball backwards. Jacob Long puts it across the face and out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, I've never seen someone want to stress that point as much as Chopper did.
All right.
Bit of a character.
I think Chopper's about 3 years older, I'd guess. 2 to 3. I reckon 3 years older he'd be.
And doing his second year of coaching of St Mary's, the club he captained.
Captained the 3 premierships.
Lockie McKenzie getting that one along and down the line, and on the ball over the line, we'll have a boundary throw in.
Talking about premierships, how many premierships did you play for St Mary's? Or play in, I should say.
2 as a player and 3 as a coach.
Not a bad resume. Old Ricky boy. Meanwhile, back here at the footies, a fair bit going on, and that's a dropped ball. So Matricardi winning the free kick. Moves over to Nick Loudon.
Ooh, more lightning.
Has Atkinson down the line. Jeez, that's not that far away, I wouldn't have thought.
No. They might have to enforce the extreme weather policy.
Chris Atkinson's kick is just out of reach of Jack Long. Tyler Saunders paddles it the wrong way. Hagan, about to get run down. Well done by Parnell. Joey Collinson just trying to ease that ball around. Lant jumps onto his back. What is going to do here?
Ball up.
Stoppage. One of Rick's favourite things. There we go. Ball thrown back up. It's Wilkinson winning that one down. Well done too. Tyler Saunders just gets pushed off the ball as he gets rid of it. James Quinn. That's a good kick. Although Calder dropped that one. He probably should have swallowed it, the big boy. Anyway. Ball comes up to half forward now. Jalen Clark. Gets one in the back.
Always remember these night games in the last quarter. The ball's just like a piece of soap. Just the sweat and the humidity, and very difficult to grab.
Foster uses the body well on Wilkinson, and well, Wilkinson's done well on him all night, but just Foster used the body smartly in that situation.
Yeah, he did. He got rid of him, didn't he?
And Foster lining up for goal number 3 for the evening. They're currently down by 35, on 14 and a half.
Foster from South Gambia on the western border.
He's drilled it.
Moved up to Darwin to become a carpenter, playing for the Buffaloes. I think he Might have played last year as a fly-in, actually, I think, and then he's moved to Darwin.
Sorry, it was goal number 4, actually.
Ricky, we were talking about NTFL representative footy making a comeback, and for the first time, they're including the women in it.
Yeah, it should be. They're playing Glenelg as well, so yeah. Now you've got to have both reps. So I like it. Playing Glenelg are a big club, and I'd love the NTFL to really aim high, try and get 10,000 people here. As I said, there's no junior footy, no football whatsoever that weekend. So I hope it's done well, and I hope the territory people really support this. Thunder was a little bit on the nose there at the end. They've got to dispatch themselves away from Thunder. And then the club people have got to really get back and then back the NT Buffaloes.
So an average looking kick. Coombs fires out the handball to Clark, to Hagan. Trying to wheel around on his left. He's Joey Collinson, usually a good user of the ball. And that is the reason why. Finds Foster. He can line up for goal number 5. Get that margin back to 23.
I just hope when they pick the team, they stick to their criteria. I just hope no fly-ins are playing. Hope they stick to people that have lived here. Just don't try and sneak a little one in that'll put the public off. I think if you keep the public on side, I reckon you'll get 10,000 people here. But if you just do a little sneaky fly-in here or something like that, I reckon it's really important to get it right.
Sorry, I thought that was a point. It was actually a goal. So, Roddy Foster getting his 5th. He's had a decent day, Rick.
Yeah, couple of junk ones at the end then when the game's over, though, but that's a fair kick from there.
And as you said, Nick, reducing the margin to 23 points with 16 minutes played in the final quarter.
Bit of a turnaround. Like a month ago, Buffaloes took Saints to the absolute cleaners. And I think Saints have always been well and truly in control of this game tonight.
You just saw some lightning on your screen at home.
Sure did.
Some of the best photography, isn't it? Taken at this ground. It's unbelievable.
And I'd have to say there's probably no really good Darwin sunsets tonight.
Ryan Smith had a pretty handy game. You want a bit of wobble in there tonight? They might be on the dance floor later on. Look at that. Big good dance.
Yes.
Saints might have a function on maybe.
He's up and about. Sean Edwards goes mid-air.
You guys love your dancing. I think I should have a dance-off in here with you. It's not with me. I take it with you guys. I can't dance at all.
Come on, Nev. Nev, just say if you want to have a dance with us.
Hey, I'm a black girl without any rhythm.
Here we go in forward 50. Foster, a quick one. Joey Collinson. Oh!
Nice.
They're coming back, Rick.
3 in a row.
They're coming back.
Gets them within 2 and a bit goals.
Not bad.
Keep it on the dance theme. I'll tell you a person that can dance. I was at a wedding this time last year. Is Nathan Paredes. Unbelievable. His partner's Danielle Ponta, Adelaide Crows superstar, and they did the bridal waltz when you'll go out after.
Oh, yeah.
Paredes and Danielle Ponta, absolutely. It was Josh Heath's wedding, actually, former St Mary's Premiership player. But Paredes has got the moves like Jagger. I'm telling you, he can dance.
Has he? Is that right?
Sounds like he's very talented.
I'm out there with my wife doing 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right. And Nathan's showing off. He's throwing Danielle around and doing all these twirls and moves. They were pretty good.
And back here's Yaron. Gets around on the right. Puts it in front of Shannon Rioli. And just like that, Bo Tedcastle. Mid-air, soccer vibe style, whatever you want to call it. And they get the quick reply, the Saints. And stop that surge of 4 goals in a row.
Well, soccer night for Saints. They kicked a few off the ground. Pretty fortunate, Bo Tedcastle. Shen doesn't usually give these ones away.
It's goal number 5 too, Rick. He's had a night out. So we see Shani Rioli here.
Shen usually kicks those himself, but I think he's looking after the youngster.
Goal number 5 for Bo Tedcastle.
Nick, the way you just said that, I think you'd be fun calling bingo.
Oh, do you know, it's one of my dreams is to be a bingo caller.
Vic Ludwig's had that job at St Mary's for 73 years.
Yeah, well, watch out, Vic. I'm keen.
Actually, talking about volunteers, I saw an advertisement recently calling for volunteers at some of the aged care facilities to call the...
Might have to get down there. Tyler Saunders gets worked out of it by Matty Campbell, but All Saints at ground level. No, it's going to come back in. Loudon on the right. Foster in prime position over the back if it gets over to him. It does. Dances around a few. Centres it. Chopped off, though, by Jack Long.
Jack's elite foot skills.
He finds Goddard.
Jeremy Goddard from Melbourne Grammar.
Mike Coombs in a 1-2 with Pendlebury. Max Kennedy. Stokes to 45.
That's for 4 goals in a row. No, Ted Castle kick one. We'll say 4 goals in a row.
So Wilkinson, a bit of time off the clock here. Comes across ground and finds Lucas Jellyman Turner. LJT crosses across the goals for Lloyd Raymond. Fires it down to Smith. Calder and McKenzie in pursuit of him. It goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
They've always been about that 3 to 4 goal margin the whole game, and it? Buffs sort of challenge, and then Saints pull away again. So.
The ball thrown back in, and hear the great advice of the St Mary's fans down below us. Hagan from the Eldridge. Furphy not tackled when he didn't really have it. Here's Timmy Eldridge. Gets into some space. Ishmael Palmer. He's had a bit of a quiet night. That's a clever little paddle under the ball, under his legs. Here we go again. Collinson finds Palmer this time. Yeah, he's going to go back and have a shot. On a pretty difficult angle, but he's a talented man, Rick. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
Well,
someone doesn't like him.
Some more advice. We love the advice.
Oh, really telling us what he thinks.
So Ishmael Palmer.
Short.
And that one's punched over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Bit of heat going out of the game. I don't think there'd be any more than 60 seconds left in the game.
Who's your pick for best on ground, Ricky?
Best on ground, I reckon Calder, but he's been a bit quiet in the last. Lance done pretty well down back. Ryan Smith, I reckon Wilkinson's played all right.
What about?
Yeah, I better give some buffs. People will say that I'm favouring Saints.
Jalen Clark.
Jalen. Probably Jared Stokes, although he hasn't absolutely killed him tonight.
I'm going to throw Bo Tedcastle in there, Rick.
Bo Tedcastle.
He's kicked 5.
Max Kennedy. I'm trying to get some Buffaloes ones so people don't say favouritism Saints too much.
You are favouring them, though.
Kennedy, Nat Loudon's played all right. Pendlebury's played all right. No one's really stood up for Buffs, so I don't think.
No, I agree.
Mackenzie's been okay. Eldridge has been okay.
So here is Jalen Clark in the Ishmael Palmer direction. And on Paredes. Lance, geez, he's quick. Throws it on the left. Up to centre wing. Pendlebury does well. Just it's rid of Calder. Oh, they're out here. If he gets it over the top.
Nick Yarron got a paddock.
Absolutely, he does. He can run right into goal here. And goes with the dribbler and just pulls it left. Would have been the nail in the coffin. 23-point margin. 24 gone in the final quarter. Oof. Chris Atkinson taking that mark. Max Kennedy. Matricati wide, ignores that. Just in the Paulie Campbell direction.
Chris Atkinson's got a coach directly after him. Buffs.
He does.
Buffs women are playing Saints women, so he'll have to come straight off and start coaching.
Lloyd Raymond cleans up that mess.
Actually, he's impressed me, Raymond. I reckon he's had a good game.
And advantage paid there. Here's Stokes. Oh, he just didn't quite get the connection he wanted. Kieran Parnell mopping this one up. Paredes. There's a bit of stand-up comedy going on downstairs. That's a vibe. I'm telling you, it's an absolute vibe. So is this kick. That is a goal. Well done. I think it was James Quinn in the end.
There's James Quinn.
Nice goal.
Used the slippery conditions and it skidded through.
We're back out to 29.
Good flag waving there by the umpire.
Whoa, big lightning. I could just see it. I know you guys didn't see it.
No.
And I know the replay's on, so sorry.
Did it happen, Nev? No, did it actually happen?
Not if it wasn't caught on camera, right?
Helen Porky Pies.
She gammon.
A few Porky Pies from Nev. Back in the middle. So Charlie Furphy runs to the other side of the ground. Back on the way. Couldn't be too much longer to go, would have thought, Rick. Almost 26 minutes in the final.
Any minute now, you'd think.
Paul Campbell coming off half back. Here we go, Maxie Kennedy. There's some more lightning for you. Loudon. It's wrapped up in the tackle. Max Kennedy, ball smothered. Joey Collinson gets booted up the ball, and there it is. It's full time here at TIO Stadium. And, well, St Mary's 13-15-93 to Darwin Buffaloes 9-10-64. Impressive win, Rick.
Yes, it was. And what a turnaround. Buffalo smashed St Mary's last time, but yeah, good turnaround, and St Mary's have got this season right on track.
You've been watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin on beautiful Larrakia country. In this round 10 men's Premier League game, St Mary's have defeated the Darwin Buffaloes by 29 points. From your commentary team, Nick O'Reilly, Ricky Nolan and Nev McEwen, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week.